The tulips bloom. The canals whisper. The bicycles glide past as if they carry the secrets of time along the narrow brick paths. From the outside, the Netherlands seems like the perfect canvas of balance and progress. But as with any painting, the closer you step, the more the brushstrokes reveal their imperfections. In the quiet corners of daily life, I have noticed an unease growing among some of the locals. They speak of international students and immigrants not as neighbors, but as unwanted guests who take jobs, crowd housing, and strain public services. It reminds me of distant echoes from history, when fearful hands once smashed machines during the Industrial Revolution, convinced that cold metal had stolen their livelihoods. The same fear lingers, not of machines now, but of change. Yet the housing crisis here is not from lack, but from imbalance. A wealthy elder may live alone in a house of 5 rooms, while young professionals and students search endlessly for a single space to call their own. Space exists. It is simply locked behind silent doors of entitlement. And as I linger longer, I notice even more subtle divides. The society layers itself gently yet unmistakably. Native Dutch, Western migrants, and non-Western newcomers flow in separate streams. The impolite wall remains one of the hardest barriers to cross. Racism does not shout in the streets here, it whispers through silences, cautious distance, and unspoken exclusions. The labor market, too, offers only partial welcome. Even in global cities, fluency in Dutch becomes an invisible key to the inner circle. Without it, many remain on the edges of belonging. Healthcare and public services, though admired worldwide, often frustrate newcomers. Wait and see, the doctor says calmly. Bureaucracy flows like the canals, precise, rigid, and rarely bending for those unfamiliar with its course. Above all, I feel the strong current of individualism. Privacy is protected with care, yet it sometimes leaves others afloat in quiet isolation. Neighbors remain strangers. Friendships move slowly, cautiously, never fully crossing into warmth. But no portrait is complete without its shadows. There is one more quiet contradiction I have often noticed. The Dutch love to travel, yet grow weary of travelers who visit their own doorstep. The Netherlands ranks among the highest in the world for international travel per person. From the lavender fields of Provence to the jungles of Bali, Dutch footprints are everywhere. Travel, for them, is a birthright, the world, an open garden to wander freely. Yet back home, when tourists crowd their sleepy villages, wander too noisily through cobblestone streets, or lean too eagerly into picture-perfect windows, the welcome cools. In places like Giethoorn, Volendam, or the windmill paths of Kinderdijk, locals lament the loss of quiet life. Over-tourism has made home feel like a living postcard, staged and worn. It is a paradox I have come to understand. The same desire to explore also fuels the instinct to protect what feels private and sacred. In truth, it reveals a very human trait. We wish to belong everywhere, yet we hesitate to fully share our own. The Netherlands remains a land of balance and beauty, canals that curve with precision, skies that open wide in soft gray layers, and people who prize freedom above all else. Yet even here, behind the image of perfect calm, there exists subtle walls, of custom, of distance, of unspoken expectation. And still, I walk these misty paths by the Amstel, believing that time and tide will soften what feels unmovable today. Water never fights the stone, it shapes it slowly, persistently, with quiet grace. So too, may this gentle land continue to learn, adapt, and open its arms a little wider, with the same courage that once sent ships beyond the horizon and dreams across the sea.